Okay. Another spirit is a harlot. Will come after a head of a spirit. Now this he was a sheep master. That means he was very skillful. That means that he can be able to spot you. That means that he was out there looking at you.
Wow.
He was watching your leadership. He was watching how you operated. He watched how you moved in your army. He watched how you led your herd. He was a sheep master. He spotted you, and his reason for spotting you was to take you out.
Jesus.
And so Joshua had to take him out. So you got spirits that looking just to take the head out.
Wow. That's why a lot of husbands being taken out.
Exactly.
Wow.
Very good point. And Joshua passed the Makkedah and all the Israel with him unto Lebanon and fought against Lebanon. And the Lord delivered it also and the king thereof into the hand of Israel. And he smote it with the edge of the sword. And all the souls that were therein, he let none remain in it, but did unto the king thereof as he did unto the king of Jericho. Now when you find out what the king of Jericho really was, you're gonna you're gonna be like, oh my God. But I want to deal with this other spirit that came in, and that was the spirit of Lebanon. Lebanon. Now let me say this. This was a place of desert, something whitish tree, a sorax. This is a spirit that causes you to be hardened, but you appear to be pure.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
And so this spirit that he had to destroy, because it brings in remembrance of that spirit. The word of God says that a form of godliness but deny the power, or having a godliness but actually operating in evil. Okay.
That's what Lebanon is about.
So this thing is, it appears to be white. It has white. It's a white tree, but it's brick. It's hard.
Wow.
It's stone. And so what happens is it comes through a fence from getting you to be bitter and angry. And so you'll find yourself, a lot of times we don't understand what is working to get you into a position. What is working? So let's go here. I'm gonna go here right quick. Let's go to Joshua. Just one moment. I want to go with Joshua. He cut all four of the king's head. Okay, let me go down there. In verse 30, and the Lord delivered them. And he delivered them into the hand of Israel, and he smote them with the sword. And all the souls were therein, he let none remain, but did unto the kings thereof as he did unto the kings of Jericho. And Joshua passed through Lebanon, and all Israel with him until Lachish, and encamped against it and fought against it. And the Lord delivered Lachish into the hands of Israel, who took it on the second day and smote it with the sword, the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein, according to all he had done to Lebanon. So that means he smoked everybody in the city.
That's right.
Then Haran, the king of Gizar, came up to help Lachish, and Joshua smote him too, and his people, until he left him none remaining. And Lachish Joshua passed unto Elbron, and all Israel with him, and encamped against it, and fought against it too. And they took it on that day, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and all the souls that were therein utterly destroyed that day, according to all that he had done in Lachish. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Lachish, which was very, very, very interesting. That particular city was a city for demons to actually go through. It was a gate god.
Like that one. Wow.
It guarded the path through the mountains, passing so that the heavily involved of Assyrian and Babylonians would be able to get through. It was the gate god. It was the god that actually was at the gate to allow the enemy to come in and conquer. Taking control of the countries and taking control through the use of the force. They had a conquest. That means they had an army with these demonic forces. So Lachish was a place where they passed through. So it was a god there that was at the gate. So that means that he was there in order for them to get to any other cities.
Right.
So, and the thing about it, they passed through the mountains, so you couldn't see them. They wasn't high up; they were low.
Jesus.
So you had the enemy that's able to pass through, but in his low form. But he's coming to conquer your nation.
Wow.
Okay, that's the reason why it's so important to make sure that there is no open gates in your own life. No open gates in your own life.
What are your gates in your own life?
Huh?
What are some of your gates in your own life?
The main gate is your heart gate. Is your heart gate. But it comes through the eye gate, the ear gate, the mouth gate. Okay? Yes.
In other words, primarily your senses, are gates, your senses, your five senses are gates, and then your conscious is a gate, and then the heart itself is a gate, and gates are dimensions. They're doorways to dimensions. You see what I'm saying? And I usually generally look at when we all know the term that Peter, what? He's the guardian of the gate of heaven, right? That's, everybody knows that, sinners know that too. What it is that he's the guardian of the dimensions of heaven. And what a lot of folks don't understand is they're guardians to the dimensions of hell as well. And she was saying that the main guardian was, what, Lachish is the name of it?
Yes.
Lachish is the name of it. Lachish is the guardian of the gates of hell. And what it is all forces of evil will come through this gate and will be dispersed into many dimensions. And it will come into your life without you knowing, through the senses that you have.
Amen. That's good.